Hey there, gang. Time for another unboxing video. We have here a batch of hidden treasures. What do I mean by that? Well, if you like old comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghala. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. And we both are and are not back to the regular unboxings. Knock me over with a feather. I was very much surprised that the recent CGC unboxings weren't that popular. There were a lot of comments that people prefer these unboxings, and that really surprised me. I thought people would be more interested in seeing the high dollar CGC books than the regular books that I unbox, which are kind of, generally in the $10, $20, $30 range. But people seem to like these videos better. This one is more in that vein, but it's a little bit different. So let me try and explain that to you. First, please do like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the groovy things. And I'll mention the giveaway contest, the drive for 500 subscribers that we have going right now. And once I get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a drawing. I've got 2 mystery boxes, Bronze Age mystery boxes that have been donated by my company. And those are 10 random Bronze Age books. 1 in 10 out of the 100 box series had a bonus 11th book. And then 1 had a What If number 10, the first appearance of the Jane Foster Thor. Not aware that all of those have been found. So one of these 2 boxes could have the bonus book, could have the Jane Foster book. But those are free. Once I get to 500, we'll do 2 drawings, 1 for each box. To enter, all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment down below. So, this particular box, how is it different? Well, it's a little bit about how the eBay sales sausage is made. And maybe this is more than I should divulge. I don't know. I could get maybe in trouble, but I'm going to tell this story anyway. We had somebody who recently was let go from the company. We're a small company. We only have, I think, 5 full-time, 1 part-time employee, in addition to the 2 owners of the company. And one person was recently let go, and he had handled all of our buy it now fixed price listings on eBay. So if you're not familiar, how it works is, eBay, of course, you've got the regular auctions where people bid on, they bid against each other on various things. Or you can set a fixed price and somebody just clicks the button to buy it now. Some cases, some people will also allow you to make an offer, something below that fixed price. We generally don't do that. Because the person who would field those offers is our shipping manager, who works with 1 part-time employee shipping all of our books. Hundreds of books go out every day, so he's kind of busy. We want to minimize the number of questions he gets. So, it's the perils of being a small business. But anyway, this person had managed the buy it now, the fixed price listings with, I don't want to be mean, little apparent rhyme or reason to what was put up as a fixed price lot. And there were 1,000, when he left, there were like 1,000 listings up there as fixed price, quote unquote, buy it now listings. And some of them had been up there just, auto renewing because nobody had bought them for a couple of years, like 2.5 years. So I was put in charge when he left of the buy it now listings, and I started to try and fix them because some I figured weren't selling because they were too high. Price was set. Some weren't selling because too low. Some of them, I've told you before that we try and get at least $10 for everything that we sell on eBay. And the reason is we have sort of calculated that our break even on each eBay lot is about between $6 and $7. When you figure the labor cost, the overhead of lights and rent and heat, the acquisition costs of the books, it's about $6 or $7 to break even on an eBay lot. And so we like to try and get at least 10. If one book we don't think is going to bring 10, we'll throw in as many books to make a multi-book lot, as we think will bring at least $10. So it doesn't make any sense at all to list a fixed price item for $3 or $4, something that if it sells, loses money. But my theory is that some people don't bid on an item priced that low because, you know, you're not going to bid on a single book or maybe even a multi-book lot where the value of the book is less than the shipping cost. That's just generally people aren't going to do that. So like I said, these listings were a mess, and I tried to fix them. And finally I decided that it could take them all down. Took all 1,000 down, and about 70% of the books that we had up at that point as fixed price items, I put right into the dollar box for the retail store. And in some cases I made what I call buck a book bargain sets, also for the store or to take to conventions. And we have a convention coming up, PortCon, in Portland, Maine. I believe it's at the Sheraton Hotel and also at the mall across the street. I think that's coming up on the 26th. I'll check the exact date and put it down below. So if you're anywhere near Portland, Maine, and you want to go, certainly come by, check out the .com Comics booth. You will get to meet Dan, the manager of the retail store, and one of the company co-owners, Sean. I won't be there myself. But anyway, I made a bunch of buck a book bargain sets. And the theory there was that these sets, are things that if you sold them for a buck a book, either there weren't enough books in the set because it's like a 4 or 6 issue limited series that you're going to lose money on them, or they're just not going to sell on eBay, or they might not draw any bids. They're going to sit there for too long. So I decided, you know, they're basically liquidation items. So I cleared up about 70% of the stuff. But also, and I will show you these mixed in with the Buy It Now books. Again, when I took them all down offline, pulled the books out of shipping to go through them, I found a bunch of books like this one that were graded singles. You can see this has been graded, and it was probably graded by me. And they were mixed in there. And as best we can tell, the book was never listed on eBay. And we think what happened is that somehow he mixed in some graded singles. Now, we put grades on all of our singles, but multi-book lots we don't grade. We're just like, you know, check the picture, and we provide scans rather than photographs and make sure we describe any damages not seen in the scans. But these were all books that I can't believe that they didn't get a bid at all. And according to the shipping manager, Jamie, they don't appear to be books that were returned for any reason. So what we think what happened is, you can see, or maybe you can see there on the label, the lot numbers here. They were mixed in with lot numbers of things that had been posted as Buy It Now and fixed price items. And so we think these just never got listed. You know, they went all the way through the process, but never actually got posted to eBay. So I've got a bunch of these in this box. And so I say this box is different because, you know, normally I tell you that I've got no idea what is in the box. Well, I do know what is in this box. I put them in the box myself because I have pulled them to reprocess them. And so basically on these, you're going to see these labels with a grade. And on these, I just need to check to make sure I still agree with the grade that had been put on it originally, I presume by me. I presume I'm the one who graded these books, but again, these could have been done a year or more ago, a couple years ago. And then also mixed in with those books were some of these singles. Now, something that this guy had done is he would post as Buy It Now items occasionally single issues with no grade. And again, I've told you, you know, all the single issues we put a grade on, but for some reason he decided to, and they're generally gold key books and things like that he did this to, that he posted as a Buy It Now item, as you know, a single book, but with no grade. And either the price was set too high or possibly too low, and they just sat there forever and never got a bid, or not a bid, but nobody ever clicked the Buy It Now button. So these I actually have to put a grade on, and these I pulled because I think these will sell as singles. I think this Girl from Uncle #1 definitely will sell as a single, even in, you know, apparent mid-grade. So there's 2 books out of this that we're going to look at. There's the Girl from Uncle #1, based on, well, I don't know, was there a Girl from Uncle TV show? We've talked about this in the comments below when I've showed past issues from this series, and people have told me in the comments about the show or about who she was and what it was, but I can't remember if I was told that she was just a character on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. or if there actually was a Girl from U.N.C.L.E. TV show. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, or if you're the one who told me before, tell me again. I learn by rote. Sometimes you got to drive it in a couple of times. And so here's a Fantastic Four 89 that have been graded at 6.0. I'll just have to check that. So we've got a lot of stuff like that in here. So that's what we're going to go through. Again, please like, share, subscribe, do all of the wonderful groovy things. And let me pull out the first set here. Oh, and let me also just mention, so I've taken over the Buy It Now listings. And so they're going to be posted every Sunday. Probably around 100 or so fixed price listings will go up. And my theory on fixed price listings is different. Now, my belief is that, if something will generate multiple bids, if it seems apparent, it's a Silver Age, Bronze Age, maybe up into the late 80s, think it's going to generate multiple bids, it should be an auction lot. The things that want to be a fixed price lot are the kind of things that, during the 5 days that an auction is live, not enough people would bid on. I told you we try and get at least $10 for every lot, but a lot of stuff goes for $2 or $3 or $5. A lot of stuff, we're trying to minimize it, but sometimes something will only get one bid and it goes for 99 cents. Quite a bargain, with the shipping costs, which starts at like $7.50. But if something I think is not going to garner enough bids during the 5 days an auction would be live to drive the price up above $10, then it should be a fixed price listing. And a lot of times you can take, if you've got a run of 10 or 12 consecutive newer issues from like the last 20 years or so, from, well, let's say from the late 80s, early 90s on, so last 30 years or so. If you got a run of 10 or 12 consecutive issues and they're in high grade, like new, say, very fine, 775 or higher, that you can bid a price on that's in most cases less than the original cover price. You'll see on a lot of the fixed price listings I do that it'll say 10, 30, 40, up to 60% off the original cover price. So that'll be a bargain to somebody. Somebody will buy that. And they'll buy it because, it's a good chance to get a complete run. And I got to tell you, and if you're a dealer, you own a store, let me know if this backs up your observations. But I have found, and this is less true recently because back issue sales are picking up. For a lot of years, and here in Maine, most stores carried almost no back issues. They were just pretty much new issue stores, even though the local comic book store market started out as back issues and then eased into new issues. By the mid 80s, most of them were primarily new issues with back issues kind of an ancillary sideline. But now back issue sales are really starting to pick up. But even so, things from the last 20 years or so, once a book is 30 to 60 days old, books from the last 20 years or so, you've got a hard job to sell them out of the dollar bin. And so if you've got a run of 10 or 12 consecutive issues, it's better to sell it as a set, because if you stick it in your dollar bin, somebody might pick out the 1 or 2 issues that they need, and then the rest of them will never sell. So you can set something at a price that's below cover price. It'll be a bargain to somebody. It might have to sit up there on eBay as a fixed price item for 30 or 60 days or so before it finally sells. But it's better to do it as a fixed price item rather than an auction lot, because again, it'll end up going for 99 cents because there's not enough interest. That one person who wants it might not come along during the 5 days that auction is live. Or if you just stick it in the dollar boxes in the retail store, some of it will never sell. But like I said, we've made some buck-a-book bargain sets that we're taking to conventions and stuff like that. But anyway, I think I've talked your ear off. Let's go ahead, and even staring at this for a few minutes. So this is a Buster Brown. It is an 05, and probably should have no grade because the centerfold is missing. But Buster Brown, this is a giveaway comic book at different shoe stores. This one was associated with the Shoebox in Covington, Virginia. So if you live in or near Covington, Virginia, you tell me, is the Shoebox still there? Is it still at 223 Main Street? But that is where this book originally came from. Unfortunately, it's missing the centerfold. And initially, it looks like an 05 was put on it, but I think with the centerfold gone, I would probably just call that a no grade. But, you know, it still might be worth selling as a single on eBay. So this Amazing Spider-Man 238, this was originally as a 3.5. And you can see here it's detached from the top staple. So that tells me, I'm not going to get into the bag, but that tells me the tattoos insert that you always need to look for in issues of ASM 238 tells me that's probably not there. Here's Avengers 18 4.0. X-Force 9.4 qualified, and the reason it's qualified is because it is still in the poly bag, unopened poly bag. So those are hard to grade, because I've told you before on these that you tend to get from this seam in the back, you get a color rub and or an indentation in the back cover and sometimes in the front cover based on, you know, however many books were on top of it. This one doesn't look, well, actually you can see right here a little bit of a line. Can you see that? But still, you know, it's hard to give it an actual grade because it's an unopened poly bag. Now the other thing, we weren't doing this at the time this went up, but this is something that has taken off since. If this has a Deadpool card in it, it makes it a little more valuable. They're calling it the Deadpool rookie card. So we've got a cable, and I've got no way of knowing what that other card is because it's upside down. So maybe it's a Deadpool card. I don't know. But yeah, within the last year or so, people have been finally glomming onto the fact that Deadpool, in between his first and second appearance, because his second appearance is in X-Force #2, there was this card, and so they call it his rookie card. All right, a couple of random backing boards there. World's Finest Comics, 151 and 40. And again, I'm giving the grades, but these were the grades that were set initially, and I may change that. I probably won't be off by more than half a grade or so. Here's number 158, some groovy go-go checks. Captain Marvel 6 and 40. X-Men 281 and 8.5. Now that's a hard book to sell as a single. I might actually pull that out of here and include that in some X-Men lot. Incredible Hulk 418 with the gatefold cover, the wedding issue. 7.5. Here's a reprint of the Banshee appearance as it appeared in X-Men 76 and 6.0. There's an 81 and 5.0. 82 and 4.0. These are all from the reprint era. 83 and 4.5. 84 and 6.0. House of Secrets. Now, see, this is one that he had posted without a grade. So this isn't like these ones here where it's a mystery. Like, how did this get through the processing of having a grade on it? But as near as we can tell, was never actually posted for sale to eBay. This one was posted as a fixed price item. Didn't garner a price. I mean, didn't garner a sale. We don't know why. But it was posted without a grade as just an ungraded single, which we normally don't do. So there is no escape from the House of Secrets 107. Poor old Abel. And that's a great cover. And I know which collection this is from because this particular person numbered their books. So it's got a 615 written here. I'm trying to see if this is a Bernie Wrightston cover. It kind of looks like his art, but I don't see his signature. Detective Comics 436, looks like that was posted as an ungraded single. Didn't sell. Detective Comics 439, that is a 100-page super spectacular. Super duper. House of Secrets, nice Bronze Age issue. Look at that, number 87. Ah, well, here's one of my grading sheets. So this, again, this is, and they were numbered. They were done. They were done all through the process. those ones that had been graded, but no idea why they never got posted. Hard telling. Here's Detective Comics 3.5. 3.5. Detective Comics 414 in 3.5. I don't think there ever was a Detective Comics number 3.5. Maybe. DC has done weird things with numbering. Strange Tales 145. 151. 156. Amazing Spider-Man 62. It's a hard one to find in high grade because of this white cover. All these white covers, especially on the Marvel side, hard to find them on high grade. They tend to brown out. Amazing Spider-Man. What's with all the question marks? I have no idea what's going on here. Well, it's number 74. But not only do I know what was going on with this book, apparently the guy that was doing these, again, it's since been let go. He didn't know either. There's Batman number 192 in 3.5. Green Lantern number 48 in 3.0. There's another grading sheet. And these, so this gives me a clue because it's been a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years since I did the grading sheets like this. I do them now on this lined paper. But before I was just doing them on this regular sheets of paper. And anyway, so there's Mr. Miracle 12, Strange Tales 154, Strange Tales 160. There's 144. Star Slayer number 1. Now this is a great book, a Mike Grell series. I might have to pull this one because I don't think this is going to go for $10. This doesn't sell well at all. Even in like 9.4, it doesn't sell that well. But this is from Pacific Comics. Pacific was a distributor. You know, you may be used to today. You've just got Diamond, and it seems really weird that, you know, a couple of new distributors are coming in other than Diamond. But at one time, you had 5 or 6 or 7 national distributors. And some of them were more in the way of regional distributors, frankly. But Pacific Comics got into the business of actually publishing comic books as well as distributing them. And they did a lot of things. They did some of the last books done by Jack Kirby. They were the first place where Gru the Wanderer made an appearance. And this series by Mike Grell, and it's basically the Warlord in space. If you're familiar with his Warlord series for DC. The first 7 issues were through Pacific, and then it moved over to First Comics and had quite a healthy run. And then I think a second volume as well. But it just doesn't do that well, so I'm afraid I may have to pull that and put it in some kind of a multi-book lot. I don't think that's going to bring $10. Here is X-Men 201, first appearance of Cable. 213. Again, this was graded 9.4, so I can't believe that didn't sell. It doesn't appear to be anything we've got a return statement on, so we think it was just never listed. There's 282, first appearance of Bishop. This one actually doesn't sell for much either, although the guides will tell you that it's a $15, $20 book. My experience is that is lucky to go for $5. But the market has changed within the last year, so maybe it will do a little better. I probably will list those as singles because it is, I could say, first full appearance of Bishop. Or actually, no, it's just the first appearance. As I recall, he appears on the cover, but is little more than a cameo inside. I don't know. Spider-Man Chapter 2, qualified 9.4. Why is it qualified? Oh. So it's signed. So it's in a sealed Dynamic Forces bag. Just a regular comic book bag, but it's been sealed with the Dynamic Forces sticker. And it is an exclusive alternate cover of Spider-Man Chapter 1, number 2. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So that's why it's qualified, because it's in this bag, and we didn't want to break the seal to grade it. That's interesting. An exclusive alternate cover. Huh. We'll see what that does. Here's Amazing Spider-Man 102. Looks like it had no grade on it. So it's got a big spine split at the top. Should still do well, though. It's the first appearance of Mobius's ass. Amazing Spider-Man 125, Man-Wolf, showing as a 4/5. Let's keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Batman 247. Here is Action Comics 318. Teen Titans number 5. Detective Comics 361. With a really weird pose here. That looks like it's the wrong foot. And that's a hard way to do your hand while you're running. Tomb of Dracula 54. That one went up. That was a fixed price item, ungraded. This was also an ungraded book. Monster Hunters number 6 from Charlton Comics. Haunted Love. Isn't that who did that song? Da-na-na, Haunted Love. Is it the Police? No, it's not the Police. Who did that song, Haunted Love? I can't remember. But that's number 7. Here is an X-Men 221, first appearance of Mr. Sinister, and it is the newsstand variant. Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion, number 5. It's got, unfortunately, a little rip up here. But this is, if I recall correctly, this is the first issue. The first 4 issues, the title was Dark Mansion of Forbidden Love. It was a gothic romance. And then they kind of rejiggered it into a horror mystery title. They being DC. Strange Tales number 139. Strange Tales number 140. Strange Tales number 141. Strange Tales number 152. And 153. And I think we're going to cut off right there because I don't want these videos to go too long. My recent grading video was almost an hour of those Mexican Chica de Kung Fu books. So we're going to cut it off here, and then we will pick up with the back half of this box in the next video. So please do tune in next time. And until then, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other.